ho, ho.
Happy New Year!
Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright guys, for those of you that are keeping track on the Long Island Audit's court cases, okay, here's two videos guys, two videos. If you guys didn't know, not only did he get arrested in Danbury, Connecticut, he also got arrested at the Berwin, Illinois City Hall, guys, for recording. Okay, same old bullcrap. A subscriber gave him a tip that the Berwin, Illinois City Hall had a sign posted on its doorway, no recording. And as we all know, hey, he went out there from Long Island, went out to Berwin, Illinois to challenge that sign, guys. Now that sign had a statue attached to it. And if you guys didn't know, anybody can post a sign and it really doesn't mean too much unless you have a statue attached to it, which this particular sign had a statue attached to it. And the statue that they were using was eavesdropping. Now mind you, this is the way I see it. Whenever he goes into a city hall to record, okay, there are going to be people there, either residents communicating with the employees, or a resident communicating with another resident, or an employee communicating with another employee. Regardless, there are going to be people there communicating with each other that I'm sure don't want to be recorded by anybody. Okay? Now, mind you, again I say, he went there to challenge that sign, and when you go into these city halls, when he goes into these city halls to record, he may not intentionally want to catch those people communicating with each other, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. As he is panning to the left, as he's panning to the right, he's going to catch people regardless, okay? So that's how I see that statue falls upon him. Now, again, he is being told ahead of time there is no recording allowed in the building, okay, in Berwin, Illinois. But as we all know, what comes out of his mouth? Well, it's unconstitutional. I'm going to do whatever I want to do because it's my constitutional right. And he ended up getting arrested. I'm going to refresh your memory with that video before we see the video of his first court appearance, guys. Let's check out the video first of what got him into hot water, guys, in Berwin, Illinois.
Well, this should be a good one. No cameras or recording devices without prior approval. Information.
Sir, it's illegal to record in City Hall.
I'm sorry?
It's illegal to record in City Hall without permission.
It's illegal to record in City Hall.
Yes.
Why is that? What law is that? It's illegal to record in City Hall. Oh, so here's that sign. No cameras or recording devices without prior approval per 720 ILS 5 ART.14. This is the mayor's office, Mayor Robert J. Lovero. City administration. Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How can I help you?
What office is this?
I'm the city administrator.
You're the city administrator?
I am.
Hi.
Are you recording me?
I am recording you.
I would ask that you not record me, please.
Well, you're a public official, obviously. You're the city
I'm not
administrator.
elected. And
That wouldn't
asking-
matter.
Yes, it does.
that you're not
If you go to
elected?
our doors,
Yeah.
I am not elected.
But that doesn't matter. You still work
If
for
you
the
go to our
government.
doors,
Still
you
work
will
for the
see
public.
On our doors, we have a sign that says, "No recordings are allowed unless we give permission." I am not giving you permission. It is a state law,
I did see that sign.
and then we follow state law here.
It's a state law.
It is.
Okay. So
Can we talk outside?
All right, let me make a couple of comments here, guys. So the lady that you see on the screen there, her name is Ruth Green. She is the city administrator of Berwin, Illinois. Now, mind you, all she said when she saw him recording in the hallway, all she stated was, no recording is allowed in the building without prior approval. The signs are put outside on the doorway as you walk in. She did make 2 comments. She commented twice that she did not want to be recorded. And you saw his response, hey, screw that. It's my right. I'm going to record you no matter what. Now, also take note that the police officer was there beforehand. She did not call the police on him. He'll make it sound down the road or whatever. He made it sound like she called the police on him and so on, blah, blah, blah. No, you'll see, guys, the officer was already there on prior business. Now, you see the interaction he had with this lady, right, guys? Nothing there that will show that she violated his rights. But let me say, guys, he is making an effort in having this lady fired. Yes, he's trying to get this lady fired, guys. The same shit he did with Phil. Try to get him fired. Apparently, if you fight back or if you question his motives, he will try to get you fired. Okay? Now, the only reason that I could only imagine that he's pissed off at her is because when they did arrest him, and you know these frauditors, no victim, no crime, apparently the police are using her as the complainant. Now, I could only see, you know, not to stick up for the police. They arrested him. They need to tighten up that charge. They used her as the complainant. She did comment twice, you know, she did not want to be recorded. He did not make any attempt to stop recording. Okay? And it is what it is. She's the complainant. So now because of that, you want this lady fired? Come on now. Okay? Just keep all that in mind because down the road, he's going to twist shit around to his advantage. And let me also include that at the end of the video when he got arrested, because this you'll see on the court proceedings that I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but in the court proceedings there will be a stipulation that none of his subscribers, apparently to this day, his subscribers are making phone calls to that city hall threatening and, you know, their discomforts, let's say. Okay? And in the court proceedings, there will be a stipulation put on him that his subscribers are not allowed to call and harass that city hall. Now, mind you, he can't really control them, but he makes every effort when shit does not go his way. He makes the effort in asking these people to call, you know, that particular city hall. He had his subscribers, hey, call, redress them, show your discomforts, blah, blah, blah. So you're kind of responsible for what your subscribers, in my opinion, you are. If you're calling for your subscribers, if I am asking you to do something on my behalf, and one or two of you guys go overboard, unfortunately, hey, I'm responsible for your actions if I'm calling for it. Okay? And that's exactly what he did. And you'll see in the court proceedings why I'm making this comment. Just keep all this shit in mind. I know it's a lot to handle, but I just wanted to throw that out there so you guys keep it in mind, all right? Let's get back to the video.
Who are you, sir?
I'm Detective Monaco.
Are you
I'm with the police department.
police department here?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, let's go over.
So sir, just so I just wanted to talk to you a little
Okay.
bit. Let's de-escalate.
Okay, yeah, I'm not escalating.
Yeah, no, I don't
I'm
think
just
you are.
talking, but they got to sign up. Can't record inside the building here.
That sign is unconstitutional, sir. I'm an independent journalist, so I have freedom of
Okay,
press.
but the problem is, state law, you can't. They got the sign up, and unless they give you permission to come in City Hall, and
Yeah.
you have to go
Well, I
out the
have
right
business. I
channels.
have business to conduct here, as well as my business of exercising my freedom of press. I'm working on a story on the City Hall
Here, let's go.
for
let's go over
transparency
here
and accountability.
talk. Come on.
Can I get your name, ma'am?
Sure. I'm Ruth Ciaba Green.
Ruth?
Ruth Ciaba Green.
Ciaba
I'm
Green.
the city administrator.
Okay, thank you, Ruth. And this is the city attorney here,
Come on.
Anthony
What's your name?
Bertuca.
sir? What's your name?
I'm sorry?
What's your name?
Oh, I'm not going to give it. I haven't broken any laws.
Well, I'm just asking because I just like to call you by your first name.
Yeah. Do you have a badge number, sir? Or you just detective?
I'm a detective. What kind of story are you working on?
I'm not going to divulge that until it's published. So I'm doing a story on City Hall here. And I also have business to conduct here, Freedom of Information Act. And for a law or a sign to prevent me from filming in City Hall seems very unconstitutional, sir. And you yourself took an oath to uphold the Constitution.
And
I'm
I'm
not.
upholding what the sign is saying downstairs.
But what means more to you?
In order, you have to get their permission to video record in here because there's a lot of people in here that don't want to be recorded. And by right, it's like if I start recording you right now and you don't want to be recorded, I can't record you.
Well, sir, I'm sure there are cameras in this building, and I'm sure, you haven't gotten my permission to record me, but you're going to because the courts have
There's a
established.
sign downstairs.
The courts have established that there is no expectation of privacy in public. You have no. This is a public building, open to everybody, open to the public. I'm exercising my freedom of press, as well as gathering content for my story.
I understand that.
And I'm
but
conducting
in
business. I
City
need to do a
Hall,
Freedom of
you
Information Act
cannot
request.
record. I mean,
How you doing, sir?
Wow, how are you?
I'm doing well. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Officer Galoni, star number 245.
245 and Galoni. Thank you, sir.
Let's go downstairs.
For what, sir? I'm not done conducting my business here.
Well, they don't want you recording upstairs, so we're not going to record upstairs. Okay?
But sir, this is open to the public. This is not a restricted area. Can I speak to a supervisor?
He's on his way.
Right here.
Oh, okay, great. How are you today?
I'm good.
Doing well?
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry. You have like a blog or a vlog or something like that?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. I run my own company, and I do stories on city halls, and I like to do Freedom of Information Act requests while I'm here, and just get the layout of the building, see how it looks, see how people treat me. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Try to be not confrontational at all. I try and just, I don't want any problems. There shouldn't be nothing wrong with a little bit of transparency within our government, just accountability and transparency. So, yeah, that's basically it. Just conducting business.
Yeah.
Exercising a right.
You got the email wrong? Someone put a T in where it couldn't be?
Hi, Sarge. How are you?
Good, how are you? Did you want to speak with someone?
Yeah, I wanted to speak to a supervisor.
City Hall supervisor?
No,
Police
well,
supervisor?
right now that because there's police officers here, I'd like to speak to you just so I can have a understanding. Apparently, there's a law against exercising your freedom of press inside of a city hall.
So, what's your purpose? Why are you here?
So
You
my
have a
pur-
business
my
now
pur-
that you just videotape?
So my purpose here, I explained it to the detective and this officer. My purpose here is to, I'm working on a story, freedom of press. I'm exercising my freedom of press rights. Freedom of press rights. I'm an independent journalist, and also I'm conducting business as far as doing a Freedom of
You
Information
got
Act.
a journalist kind of card or something?
A journalist card? No, I didn't make myself one.
Don't have press cards and stuff?
I mean, I could make myself one, but the Constitution gives me the right of freedom of press. It's
So
not just
how long
journalists.
Are you gonna be here? How long?
Until my story is done.
Could you give me an estimate?
Depends on how long I need to do a Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay, you could do that right there.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And then I just want to make sure I get the rest of the building and take some B-roll footage, and I'll get out of
You
here.
gotta go?
Yeah, I'm not going to be here all day.
You want to FOIA?
Yeah. All right, so we were.
Let's go back downstairs.
Hey, Sarge.
I want to show you something. Come on.
Yeah, can I just get your name real quick? I never got it.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm not going to give my name, but
Why?
I just choose not
Here's
to.
my name, Sergeant Valenti.
Sergeant Valenti.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, why won't you give me your name?
I just don't have to.
Okay.
That's all.
Trying to be polite.
Yeah. What are you showing me?
I want to show you the statue. Because some of these people don't want to be. Do you want to be recorded by a gentleman? Do you want this guy to record you? No?
It's a public building. Why would anybody
Some
care?
people just don't like to be recorded for no reason.
I mean, there's cameras all over the place.
Come on. What are you talking about?
It's government transparency and accountability, fellas. That's all it is. As is my right. No cameras, recording devices without prior approval. Per 720 ILS
Article 4.
Article 4.
Okay.
Is that a state statute?
ILCS is a state statute.
That's a state statute.
Yeah.
Really, I've been in a bunch of city halls and I've never seen that statute before.
Well, you could. We're going to Google it.
Great. All right, great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's stand over here so people can get inside.
Yeah, sure.
What other places, what other city halls have you been to?
Oh, a bunch.
Like what's a bunch?
Just ones around here. Never saw that statute before. That's interesting.
It's up there, so.
Yeah, I would thank you for looking it up for me. Because that's in direct violation of the United States Constitution.
What's the name of the channel that you shoot the vlogs on?
Oh, my information, I gave her my company's name.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it to her.
I don't have that. Would you mind telling me what that is?
He may be interested to see your work.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. At the end of this encounter, I'll make sure you get it. All right? I promise.
Got it.
All right. Thanks. Detective Nako over here. It's a very interesting statute. Can't wait to look at it.
Sarge.
The chief. All right, well, seems like everybody's leaving. Hey, Detective, I'm not being detained, am I?
Right now, just hang on a minute.
Am I being detained, sir? Am I being detained, sir?
I don't know who they're on.
Okay.
I've been standing here with you.
Yeah, I got you. I just don't know what they're doing, so I would like to go about my day. They're taking a long time. Hey, Sarge, you know how much longer you're gonna be?
2 minutes.
Am I detained? I would hope I'm not detained.
You can't video record private conversations. Or inside without prior notice.
Conversations?
Yeah, you can't record people.
Yeah, that would be audio recording. That's what it refers to. It refers to audio.
You're videotaping an audio.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Okay. So you're gonna have to come with us. They want to sign complaints.
They want to sign complaints?
Yeah,
for what?
You for videotaping people.
For videotaping people?
Yeah,
I want to sign a complaint. He tried to grab my camera.
Did not.
Yes, he did. It's on my body camera and my camera.
So you can't record conversations.
I wasn't recording conversations. You know that. I was not. I conducted.
How do I know? You won't tell me any information.
I conducted business. I was in there conducting business. I told you I'm a journalist.
And then, are you leaving now?
I'm not going back in there.
With your business?
I'm done with my business. Yes, I am. I conducted my business, and that's all I need to do. I conducted. You're gonna arrest me because I conducted legal business.
No, but before you're videotaping people without their consent, you can't do that.
I wasn't video. Then there's no expectation. There's no expectation of privacy in public, sir. The courts have already ruled that.
Between two private conversations.
If
me and him,
there was no private conversations.
If me and him are having private conversations, then you can't do that.
There is no private conversations going on. I was conducting business. You saw me conduct business. He tried to grab my phone from me. Thank you. So all of you watching, just know that how do you pronounce it? Berwin?
Berwin.
Berwin. The Berwin Police Department not only tried to prevent me from recording and exercising my constitutional rights, but now they're telling me I'm detained and that I might not have to go with them because they're gonna arrest me because I conducted a lawful business in a city hall and exercised my right. Where's the victim? Where's the victim? Who's the victim in all this? Seems like it would be me. You guys took an oath to uphold.
And as I said before, the complainant, which is the victim, I guess in his words, turns out to be Ruth Green. Which again I say, he is making every effort to get her fired because she was the complainant on this deal here.
The Constitution, you know that? You should take that seriously. I have the right to see what's going on in my government. The people have the right. We're fighting for transparency and accountability. That's what we're doing. Record other people's conversations. Good luck proving that in court. Good luck.
All right, so his arrogance and his cockiness tells them, good luck proving that in court. Well, let me say, guys, his first court appearance or whatsoever, it looks good for the cops. All right, it looks good. So far, it looks good on their behalf. So that comment might just come back and bite them in the ass. All right, I'm going to end the video here, and let's go jump to the video of his first court appearance there, guys. And it's going to happen through Zoom, which is a video conference, let's say. Let's check it out.
Good morning. This is Courtroom 102. My name is Judge Henry. We will be handling cases for the village of Berwin. All right, so I just need for everybody to understand that I have people who are in court, and I have you guys who are on Zoom. So I will be going back and forth for the people handling cases for the people in court and for you on Zoom. Now, if you're on Zoom, the appropriate places to Zoom from would be your living room, your kitchen, your dining room. Do not Zoom from your bedroom. Do not lay down while you're on Zoom. The expectation is that you would handle yourself, whether you be at home or at a friend's house. You would handle yourself the way you would if you were in my courtroom. Now, the way we identify people to know on Zoom to know that they're in court, is that we look at their name on the Zoom. So if your name, if it comes up iPhone, please go in and change your name. Also put your information in the chat. I monitor the chat, and my clerk also monitors the chat. And We pull the files based upon what you put in the chat and what we see on Zoom. If you have a question, put it in the chat. Please go back and look in the chat if you put a question in there, because sometimes we have follow-up questions to help us identify your issue. When I call your name, you need to unmute your device and turn on your camera. Let me say that again. When I call your name, you need to unmute your device, turn on your camera, and say good morning. That way I know that you are here. If you cannot turn on your camera, I will be passing your case. If you're an attorney, please make sure that your client is on Zoom before I call his or her case. Because if they are not here, I am only going to pass it and have you reach out to your client. We do not want to issue a warrant because they're not here. Now, I have a state's attorney and public defender who are on the Zoom. If they could introduce themselves for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. SATMCIFFANI MIMS on behalf of the people of the state of Illinois.
Next case is Sean Paul Reyes. Sean Paul Reyes.
Present, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you have a disorderly conduct. Do you have an attorney?
No, Your Honor.
Are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, how much do you make a month?
Your Honor, I will be proceeding pro se in this matter.
And Your Honor, I do have, the state will be asking, seeking leave for a couple of requests when you're done addressing his counsel matter.
He says he's gonna proceed pro se, so.
Your Honor, if I may say something to the court.
Hold on, the state, I acknowledge you're proceeding pro se, state.
I didn't know, I was waiting to see if you wanted to give a pro se, admonishments. The state would like to seek leave to request the special condition of bail, due to the occupation of the, defendant. The defendant has, a YouTube account, and some of his supporters, followers of the state is not aware of the nature of the relationship with these people, but the complaining witness has been harassed through third-party communication and electronic communication, consistently including threats on behalf of their defense of the defendant. So the state would like to request a SCOB, including specifically not in reference to her home, but no electronic communication and no third-party communication from anyone that may be zealously defending the defendant by threatening the witness.
All right, so for those of you that don't understand what just happened here, because the legal terms and the way they talk here, guys, forget about it. You need like a little dictionary to understand what the hell's going on. But apparently, to this day, that particular city hall in Berwin, Illinois, is still getting harassing phone calls and emails from his subscribers. Now, as I stated in his video, he asked his subscribers to make phone calls on his behalf to show their discomfort about him being arrested. So he is responsible for whatever happens after that, guys. That video is still up and running. Okay, so a subscriber could see that video today, and at the end, he see, oh, he wants me to call and show my discomfort, let me do so. So the state is just covering their ass. Hey, have your subscribers back off. Now, he may want to look innocent and all that shit, but bullshit. If I ask you guys to do something on my behalf, go call this person and blase, and 1, 2, or 3 of you guys go overboard, hey, I'm responsible for your shit. I'm responsible for that action because I asked you to do it. Same shit applies to him, guys. Okay, so he ain't innocent here, guys. He's not innocent. Give a point to the prosecution for that.
Your Honor, if I may.
You're asking for special conditions of bond and that no third party contact the complainant with.
No electronic communication, no third-party communication. That's it. I'm not requiring, like with home or anything of that nature, just specifically the electronic communication and no third-party communication.
That he not have a third party contact the complainant with.
Yes, and in no way is the state making allegations that the.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what exactly you're asking. You're asking that a special condition of bond that indicates that he not have a third party contact the complaining witness.
And electronic communication.
Contact the complaining witness via electronic or any type of communication, correct?
Via electronic, third party, or any type of communication.
Go ahead, Mr. Sir.
Your Honor, I have not had any third party or other communications with the complainant.
Ask you. My question to you is, what's your position on her request for a special condition?
I object, Your Honor.
Okay. Over your objection, I will be granting the special conditions of bond in that that you not have any third party contact the complaining witness in any form, be it electronic, mail, anyway.
Your Honor,
so I am going to grant that request.
Okay, Your Honor. I would just like some clarity, Your Honor.
Okay, two people cannot talk at once.
I understand.
So I hadn't even finished saying I was granting the request before everybody else started talking.
Understood.
Granting the request. Now, Mr. Reyes, you were about to say something.
Yes, I would just like clarification on, because the state is referring to people that I don't know.
No, the state did not refer to anything.
Well, that's what they use their basis for the order.
Special condition. This is why you need an attorney, because they know the procedures and they know what a special condition of bond is. An attorney would know exactly what she's talking about. They did not give me any allegations. They did not allege anything on the record. They just asked for a special condition of bond.
They made allegations as far as
They did not make allegations to me, sir.
Okay.
They asked, I granted.
But Your Honor, they did make allegations of threats. I would just like for the record to show that they did make allegations that I could be possibly through a third party contact threats, and I take that seriously, Your Honor.
No, they said that the complaining witness has been receiving threats.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, I'm granting the special conditions. So what that means is you cannot have anybody, and I'm not saying you have done it, I'm just saying for future reference, you cannot have anybody contact this complaining witness through any form of communication. Anything that you say that could be misinterpreted or looked at as if you're asking someone to do it is what I'm saying you can't do. All right? This is for the future.
Understood.
All right. Now, State, you had something to say?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to acknowledge that the complaining witness, Ruth Saba, I'm pretty sure I'm tearing up her name, Dash Green, is in court. And if the state requests that the witness be excused from court for all matters until it is deemed necessary by the state.
Okay, Mr. Reyes?
Your Honor, I have no objection on that. I would just ask the court to, on this misdemeanor complaint.
No. The only question before you is your position on the complaining witness being excused.
I object.
Okay, you object?
Correct.
What's the basis of your objection?
I have the right to face my accuser, Your Honor. She's the complaining witness.
That's at trial. That is at trial. You do have the right to face your accuser at trial. This is not trial. This is status getting ready for trial. So on that basis, I will grant the state's request that the complaining witness is excused until trial. Now, you were about to say something else, Mr. Reyes?
Your Honor, I was arrested on this misdemeanor complaint. The complainant is Ruth Saba Green for disorderly conduct. I was originally arrested for felony eavesdropping. That was what I was originally arrested for, 720 ILCS. That was the original complaint against me, but for some reason it was changed to a disorderly conduct. I'm asking the court to find probable cause on this complaint.
All right, so let me stop you here. You don't want the court. First of all, this is a misdemeanor, so that's not appropriate avenue
I
on a
understand.
misdemeanor. That's appropriate avenue on a felony. Okay, number one. Number two, you would not want the court to find anything, any probable cause, because that means that they're saying that there's evidence or possible evidence that you committed a crime. So you never want the court to find probable cause against you. But if you had an attorney, he would explain that to you, and you would know that you were just asking for something that was not in your best interest.
Well, I believe that there's no
So,
probable
I
cause. So.
I understand what you believe, but I'm telling you what the reality is. Now, I am not granting that. This is not the appropriate avenue for that request. What else do you have?
I have nothing else, Your Honor. I'll be filing a motion to dismiss.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now, the issue of discovery. You're going to have to receive discovery, but I do need to admonish you about proceeding without an attorney. And I don't have my book with me. All right. I'm going to do the admonishments on the next court date because I don't have the complete admonishments with me.
But if I may, Your Honor, interject my concern about not doing admonishments today. The next part of phase is going to be discovery, and I'm hesitant about. I have to go ahead and get communication.
Okay.
Some way, so I'm hesitant of even doing anything with him without him having those admonishments because I have to communicate with the defendant directly.
Okay. We will pass it, and I will go get my book, and I will admonish him about proceeding without an attorney. So we'll pass it.
Thank you.
All right. Court is back in session. Recalling the case of Sean Paul Reyes. All right. Do I have my court reporter? Do I have my state? Are you back?
Hello, Your Honor. Assistant State Attorney Mariella Guzman. My partner Reese stepped away.
All right.
I'm here, Judge.
All right. So, Mr. Reyes, I need to admonish you since you say you are going to go pro se. You have the right to represent yourself, but before we proceed, I must be certain that you understand what is occurring, what your rights are. In order to do so, I'm going to have to ask you a couple of questions. All right?
Okay, Your Honor.
Now, first, do you understand what you're charged with?
Correct.
Do you understand what you're charged with? Yes or no?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. I'm going to read it to you. You're charged with disorderly conduct. The allegation is that Sean Paul Reyes normally used a device to video and audio record conversations between City Hall employees and Berwin residents without their consent after being verbally advised to stop recording, along with advising there were signs posted throughout the City Hall saying that recording is not allowed and that such recording alarmed the City Hall employees. Do you understand the nature of that allegation?
I understand the allegation as written. I don't understand how it applies to the law, but okay.
All right. So this is a Class A misdemeanor, and you can be sentenced up to 1 to 364 days in Cook County Jail, fined up to $2,500, or subject to jail and fine. You understand that?
That's correct.
So now you know the possible penalties against you,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you know that you have the absolute right to represent yourself, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you're unable to afford an attorney, I can appoint a public defender to represent you. You understand that,
I do understand that.
right? And you still wish to proceed or to represent yourself.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right.
Let me also comment, guys, just in case you guys don't know, let me also comment that ever since his legal problems started, people have been donating, should I say, his subscribers have been donating a shitload of money towards his legal fees. People are donating a shitload of money towards his legal fees. You gotta ask that question, what is he doing with that money? If he's representing himself, what's happening with that money, guys? Where's the transparency with that money? Because I don't know, me personally, if it was me, this is, okay, a year is the penalties if he loses this case is a year or a $2,500 fine or both. Regardless that it's only a year, I would still have a damn lawyer to cover my ass. I'm not trying to do 1 day in jail, let alone 364 days. And if I have subscribers donating money towards my legal fees, shit, I'm going to have top A1 lawyer on my ass, on my side. You know, I mean, come on. He's got free money. That's not even including the money that he's getting from YouTube for the videos. Okay, he's making a shitload of money. He's got YouTube, the donations from people, his subscribers, the sales of his t-shirts and all that. The guy's he's got money. He's got money. And you're telling me you want to take the chance and represent yourself? And hey, so be it. I hope it comes back and bites him in the ass. I truly do hope it bites him in the ass.
You have been advised of the pro se rights.
I will have a question, Your Honor.
Okay, so understand, I can't answer any legal questions for you. So you get no help from me whatsoever legally. So if it's a question you ask and it's a legal question, I'm going to advise you that I cannot answer that. You need representation. All right.
Okay.
So just when I say that, when you ask me questions, or if you ask me questions, that's why I'm saying it. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead. What's your question, Mr. Reyes?
My question would be, as I'm not familiar with the Cook County system, I would just ask: is there a way to file a motion electronically in your courtroom as it is closed due to coronavirus?
So that's something that an attorney would know.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Don't you worry about it. It's okay. Thank you.
All right.
If we may, Your Honor, and the defendant go ahead and check his email address so I can give him our courtroom email so he can have a way to communicate his counsel.
So you need to put your email address in chat so that you can, the state's going to send you discovery via email.
I just need to.
I'm going to have my clerk, when she comes back, put the email address for the courtroom in the chat so that you can send whatever documents you want to that email.
Oh, great. Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, what the state has done, just for the matter of the record, because I don't normally get into conversations between counsel, the state is going ahead and sending the defendant the courtroom 102 email. So if you could go ahead and check your check, counsel, and go ahead and acknowledge receipt of that, and that will be the way to communicate with me as the state. Have you get that? Just let me know.
I received it.
Okay.
All right, what date? The key date is January 26th, I'm sorry.
I think because the complaining witness was here, and we just need a status date on the discovery. The next key date, fine, which is January 26th.
All right, is that by agreement, Mr. Reyes? January 26th. What status of discovery you're going to receive from the state?
If you would allow me to check my calendar really quick, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you. January 26th is fine.
And lastly, for the record, Your Honor, counsel, if you could go ahead and write her name down just so you can know. Counsel is going to be taking over this case because I'm just a placeholder. Her name is Alyssa, Alyssa. Her last name is Dunbar, Dunbar. The emails that you will get will always come from the courtroom 102 email, but just so you recognize that name, that's going to be the ASA that's actually over that case. If you cannot reach her at any time, you can always reach out to me, and address that email to me. And my name is Tiffany, TIFFANIMIMS.
I would just have one question, Tiffany. When will the state be sending over the discovery? When should I expect it?
Yeah, so my colleague is out for the holiday until Monday. We usually try to go ahead and get a Monday, so I would allow us maybe a couple of weeks at the most. But we will go ahead and get it to you in a timely manner, so that way you can be prepared for whatever questions or how you wish to proceed when we both appear in front of your honor again on the 26th.
Understood.
All right, have a happy holiday.
You too.
Thanks,
Merry Christmas. All right, guys, so you just watched my first court appearance in Berwin, Illinois. In an effort to be more concise and not forget anything in my summary to all of you, I do have some notes in front of me. But first things first, I want to make this crystal clear. I am not, I have not, and I will not ever instruct anyone or ask anyone to contact the Berwin City Administrator, Ruth Siaba Green, on my behalf. We all know the reason for those special bail conditions that were put on, prohibiting third-party contact. There was never any third-party contact, and there never will be. But they put those conditions on me to try and scare me into being silent, and to scare all of you into being silent. They want to silence us, and I will not allow it. Not now, not ever. If her threat claims are to be believed, I want to publicly condemn those who would make such threats. I also want to commend all of you who peacefully redressed your grievances to your government. I will always support your First Amendment right to redress your grievances to your government in a peaceful manner. Always. Second, I am not an attorney. I have never claimed to be an attorney. But I respectfully disagree with the judge's constant remarks that I need an attorney. Why would I need an attorney with such absurd charge against me? I'm charged with disorderly conduct. And in the police report, as you heard the judge read herself, my camera was alarming people. I was recording people who didn't want to be recorded. It was a public building. We all know, and the state of Illinois should know, there is no expectation of privacy in public. So just the way the police report is written, completely absurd. And let's not forget, I was originally arrested for felony eavesdropping. But magically, at the police station, the charge was changed to disorderly conduct. And we all know disorderly conduct is nothing more than contempt of cop. My next court date is January 26th at 9 a.m. I assume it's via Zoom. In the meantime, I will be filing a motion to dismiss, which will be on my website, longislandaudit.com, in the coming weeks. Make sure you check there every day so that way you can read my motion when I upload it. In the spirit of transparency, I want to share everything with all of you. If that motion is denied, there will be no deals. We will go to trial, and I will win. I will be hiring an attorney to represent myself at trial. And when I win, I will be suing the city of Berwin.
All right, well, that's where the video ended. And I just want to say, guys, I don't want anybody out there to think that I'm here siding up with the government, going against somebody who's out there fighting for our rights and so on. First of all, this asshole, in my opinion, he's not out there fighting for our rights. He's out there making videos just like everybody else. He found something that he can legally make money. Okay? I gotta say, none of these city halls that have rules about no recording, I honestly, in my opinion, I don't see any problem with it. In no way do I see it as it's violating my rights. I don't see why anybody would want to go into a city hall with a camera to record anyway. It's not a theme park or anything like that, but let's just say somebody does happen to want to go into a city hall and record. well then I honestly believe that that public employee who's working there should have that right. If they don't want to be recorded, then they shouldn't have to be recorded. They shouldn't have to suck it up because they're a public employee. Screw it. I lost my rights. You can do whatever the hell you want to do to me. No, it shouldn't be like that, guys. You know, these guys, they say that once they're on the clock, that's it. Their rights are like on a halt, on like standby until they get off of work. No, bullshit. The same way these guys always talking about that their rights don't end here or there or whatever. Well, these public employees, as far as I'm aware, they're citizens just like us. Okay, they pay taxes like us. The government shits on them the same way it shits on us. So, I mean, this guy, all frauditors do it. They make the public employees look like enemy number one, like they're enemies, and they're not. They're neighbors. They're people just like us. Anyway, I know some of you might not agree with the way, you know, my way of thinking or whatever, and it is what it is. You guys are entitled. That's your right. You think, you know, you think whatever. I will continue to do what I think is right. I don't see the public employees, just because a public employee does not want to be recorded, I don't see them as they're trying to hide something or they're a bad guy. They just don't want to be recorded. Come on, we all got to admit this camera shit has gotten way out of control a long time ago. These guys are only out there doing it for the almighty dollar. Because if YouTube stopped paying for the videos, trust me, a good portion of them would stop the next day. And some of them that will continue is because their subscribers are throwing money at them left and right. So they'll keep going as long as there's money out there. But realistically, if YouTube stopped paying, this shit would come to an end. Ain't nobody out there playing Freedom Fighter for free. That's their way of thinking, guys. Let me know what you think about the video, guys. I like to know your thoughts on what happened here, and we'll go from there. See you when I see you guys.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Berwin.